This is Tulsa's Channel 8 at 6. Your local news starts now.
We're starting with breaking news tonight. A federal jury has reached a verdict in the trial involving sexual assault allegations at the Tulsa County Jail.
It involves a woman who claims a detention officer sexually assaulted her while she was in the jail.
Channel 8's Maureen Wirtz has been covering the case since the beginning. She just walked out of that courtroom with what's decided. Maureen.
Kristen, a huge day here at the federal courthouse after jurors ruled in favor of the young woman here. Now, by ruling in her favor, they are saying that both Stanley Glanz and the Tulsa County Sheriff's Office deliberately violated her civil rights, meaning deliberately indifferent. Now, when they housed her in the medical unit in the jail, that's where she says she was raped and sexually assaulted by a detention officer. The jury awarded her $25,000. We were able to talk with her lawyers for the first time after court today, and it's more than 6 years ago to the day when she said those sexual assaults started happening.
And I can't remember the last time this has happened in Oklahoma, but we just proved that the sheriff of Tulsa County was personally liable due to his deliberate indifference and reckless disregard for the rights of individuals at the jail. So is this a victory? You better believe it. But it's only the first step in a lot of different steps to make things right here in Tulsa County.
Kristen, we've been covering this case for 9 days now. I've filled out 4 notebooks just full of notes, and you can imagine that might seem like a lot, but the amount of evidence that the jury had to go through was quite a bit, including testimony and documents, but they were able to return that verdict today. But we've broken down the facts for you, just the basic evidence in this case.
The first part of evidence, where the girls were housed in the jail, was partially blocked off from view. According to testimony, there were no cameras in the medical unit, and curtains partially blocked windows in cells and on the doors. Evidence number 2, Seth Bowers pled the fifth when asked multiple times if he had sex with the plaintiff. The judge tells the jury they can interpret that as truthful answers to the questions, such as if he exposed himself to her, if they had oral sex, if he knew her, would incriminate him. Evidence number 3, the Tulsa County Sheriff's Office investigated the alleged sexual assault in May of 2010. The Tulsa County Sheriff's Office says they interviewed inmates and the plaintiff. At first, she told investigators nothing happened, but that Bowers watched her in the shower, groped her, and exposed himself to her. At the end of the recorded interview, she was told not to talk to anyone about it. The investigator testified the interview happened at the jail and she was 17 at the time. Evidence number 4, medical logs and records provided by the defense showed errors in documenting female juvenile inmates. According to testimony, it was busy in the medical unit, and there are a couple different ways to keep track of inmates and detention officers. Evidence number 5, people working in the medical unit testified that they didn't know the investigation happened until much later. Glanz didn't include the 2010 investigation when talking to the DOJ about sexual assaults at the jail.
Now, that was just the basic facts to this case, but for you, we've got all of the details. We've been covering this again for 9 days now. That includes testimony from former Sheriff Stanley Glanz and testimony from the plaintiff and also acting Sheriff Michelle Robinette. That's all on our website for you. That's KTUL.com. Live downtown, Maureen Wirtz, Tulsa's Channel 8.
Thank you, Maureen. The lawsuit was first filed in December 2011. Channel 8 wanted to know how much the county has paid to the law firm Brewster and DeAngelis. In an open records request, Channel 8 found that since July of 2012 until December of 2015, the county has paid $872,964.78. There are several cases that the law firm is working on with the county.